Yo, it's your boy ML Linnell back with a new video. This one is how to add value to yourself. Now, this was me a couple years ago, and this is me a couple days ago. Now, that is the type of change and the type of improvements that you can make on yourself. I just struggled to speak then. Pardon me. That's what you can become in the matter of years. Maybe months, maybe a year if you try harder. I tried pretty damn hard though. I was grinding my buttocks off. So yeah, basically I went from a drug addict, weed smoker, MDMA taker every weekend, every day basically, and I turned my life around to a marathon runner and someone who can bench press 115 kilos, squat 125 kilos. And I'm just continually improving myself. And that's what I'm here to do, to inspire everyone else to do that. So that's just a little bit of a backstory for myself. And let's get straight into it. How can we improve and how can we add value to ourselves? Well, got my book here. Look, people take things for granted that they have in abundance. So if you're constantly giving the same person compliments all the time and you're constantly giving them, oh, hey, I really like your shoes. I really like your shirt. That's a really cool haircut, bro. And you're just constantly glazing, they're going to take it as like leverage to like better themselves. And they're going to see that as like, oh, this guy, he always gives me compliments. They'll almost see it as like does this person even value themselves? Because if you're always giving someone compliments, you're not like it's not authentic, especially if it's the same person. You got to be authentic in your approach to people when you're giving them compliments, especially. And it's the same with women. If you're constantly giving girls attention all the time, you're constantly texting them, you're constantly saying, hey, what's up? Or just giving off this aura of just like, I want to chase you and I want to give you all of this attention. They're going to put you in the friend zone straight up. That's what they'll do. And it makes sense because you're not actually adding value to your own attention. You're just giving it away for free. So how can we add value to ourselves so that we can provide value to others without getting used? How can we do that? Firstly, we can improve our lives, and we can do this by doing things that are hard but build self-respect. Personally, I got strong and I ran a marathon. So that's what I did. And that turned me from the guy that you saw earlier who, if you walked up to a girl in the middle of the gym and he said, hey, what's your name? You couldn't hold a conversation with that girl. And now I'm the person that I am now, strong marathon runner. I'm able to speak clearly and properly. If I say hi to a girl anywhere, they're not always going to engage in conversation, but I've definitely got a much higher chance than the guy that you guys saw earlier. And how did I do this? I did hard things I didn't exactly want to do, but they built self-respect in myself. Like running a marathon, no one wants to do it because it's hard. But once it's done, the amount of self-respect that you have as a person, it's next level. Like it's up here, the amount of self-respect that you get. And that stays with you for life. So when other people see that you hold that self-respect for yourself, then they automatically, when they look at you, when they speak to you, they have the same amount of self-respect that you have for yourself. Because the world is just a reflection of your own mindset, basically. So the better your mindset, the better people will react and respond to you as a person. So that's how we're going to build our own value, by building self-respect in ourselves, doing things that are hard. Now, you don't have to run a marathon. You don't have to, get strong. Although getting fit, you have to get fit if you're a man. You have to get fit. But if you're a girl, maybe you want to do some art, be creative, start a business. For the guys as well, like start a business, do something that builds self-respect for you as a person. then we can notice how often we are giving out attention and compliments. So yeah, if you're giving out too much attention, you are letting your value go for cheap. So if you're always giving out attention and you're always saying to someone, oh, hey, I really like you, I like this about you, I like this and that, and it's the same person, you're giving it away for too little. It's like you're selling bananas at a market and you're selling them for 5 cents a banana. Everyone's going to take advantage of your bananas. They're gonna sell out, but you're going to get no money. You're going to have no money at the end of the day because you sold your bananas for 5 cents a banana. And that's what you're doing with your attention and your own value when you give it out to people for too little. So what you need to do, you need to add value to your attention. As we said earlier, basically, don't give out your attention all the time, because then it's like it's inflating your attention. Basically, when you give it out to everyone all the time, you've inflated your own value, and then it causes your own value to decrease in value because there's too much. Like you can't always give out everything about yourself and always be complimenting people. If you don't give out any attention, you need to get out and talk to people and see where your value lies by how much they talk to you. So if you're not really talking to anyone, you're kind of quiet, you're kind of just sitting around doing nothing, you go to the gym, you don't talk to anyone, you just sit there on your phone, you don't even know where your value is as a person. So go out there, speak to people, whether it's at the gym, whether it's on the street, say hi, have a conversation, and see if they listen to you as a person. Tell them, well, the best way to get to know someone is to ask them questions. So ask them questions, pay attention, and see if they respond to you as a person genuinely, or if they're fake, or if they kind of want to exit the conversation. Then you need to realize, okay, I need to build more value in myself so that people can stop leaving these conversations with me. Or if they give you a lot of positive energy, a lot of positive feedback, they start telling you more and more about themselves, then you're doing good. Then that's something you can build on. You can keep on building on the fact that this person's really cool. Maybe we can be friends. Maybe we can go out, get a drink sometime. Blah, blah, blah. The rest is history. So yeah, look, that's how you're going to really find out where your value lies as a person in the world. And yeah, go out, add value to yourselves, keep self-improving, be the best version of yourself that you can be. I've added my ebook in the link in description on how to quit any addiction. In case you guys are going through anything, feel free to have a read of that. It's really going to help you guys out. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.